be sorely disappointed.
No, 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 no.
This is the year where we ought to not have a Simmons person who just went value stuff.
Well, just be, you know how to be bereaved and let him have it. That's what we do. Anyway, like I told you, 20 years ago, we were just talking about our name gonna be here and there. I'll be on this stage. She was over there in the basketball thing. We have a Simmons on the Liberty Bowl. You have some guy walking down the 18th fairway, second place in the Masters.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, can we go ahead and get started? Great crowd tonight. I'm telling you, today, rather, there is no other touchdown club in America that has a presser for their announcement that has this many people. I mean, this is. I tell some of the speakers that are coming, their agents, I said, we'll have 100 people at the announcement, and they're like, you're kidding me, right? So we've got something special going on here. We couldn't do it without the guy to my left. And please give a big welcome to the president, CEO of our presenting sponsor, George Macris, Simmons Bank.
Thanks, David. And I can't believe this is the 18th year of the Touchdown Club. You've done an amazing job, and it just keeps getting better and better every year. We appreciate absolutely what you do leading this group. So welcome to War Memorial Stadium and Simmons Bank Field. David and I were talking about how many things carry the Simmons Bank brand these days. We're awfully proud of that, and you know, we do that because we want our bankers to be recognized and affiliated with a quality institution when they go in to see our customers, and it seems to be working at this point. So we're awfully proud to be affiliated with War Memorial Stadium and the history that it brings to our state. You didn't come to hear me speak. David has outdone himself again. And with no further ado, I'd like to turn the mic back over to David Basil.
Thank you, George. Appreciate it. Yeah, how cool is it? The reason we are here is because if you look down on the field, this is now War Memorial Stadium and Simmons Bank Field. And so the logos are down there, as well as what Simmons Bank is doing over in Memphis at the Liberty Bowl. So love the expansion of Simmons and what they're doing. We couldn't have a better presenting sponsor anywhere. So if you didn't know, Simmons Bank is up to $27 billion in assets, 6 states. And I know when they joined us as our presenting sponsor, those numbers weren't near that amount. So obviously got to tip the hat to George Macris and so many folks here that are Simmons folks, as I see, recognize a lot of faces. But first, let's give a big round of applause for Simmons Bank, if we could, for what they do. It's the best presenting sponsor in America for a touchdown club. I can promise you that. If you're a founder or a current board member, raise your hand. Let's give a round of applause if you see anybody raising their hand. Those are our board members. Thank you very much, and founders. We are going live here with this announcement. That's another crazy thing. How about that? We are here live on 103.7 The Buzz here in just a few minutes to announce the lineup. But I do want to acknowledge a few folks real quick. Democrat Gazette, Wally Hall, Crane Automotive, Larry Crane, Wright Lindsay and Judy Henry, Big Red, the Hendricks families. Thanks so much. Simmons Bank Arena. Michael and Jana, Dairy Queen, Blake, Nelson, and Todd. Appreciate you guys. Farm Bureau, Pulaski County, Todd Dennis. Arkansas Urology, Scott Davis and Chris Shinup. War Memorial Stadium, Justin Dorsey and Shay Lewis. Where's Shay at? So that guy right here, if it weren't for him, I wouldn't be standing here. I was doing a live show on the air, and I started choking. I was eating and talking on the air, which I shouldn't have done, and I got choked, and he did the Heimlich and saved me. So thank you, Shay. Appreciate that. Now he's the head of director of Arkansas State Parks. And 103.7 The Buzz, Justin and Wes are live right now. My buddies Roger, RJ, and Justin Moore, couldn't do it without them. The Hatcher Agency, Twin City Limo, Greg Hatcher does so much behind the scenes and rolls out the carpet for our speakers and does other things that we don't even know about. Thank you to him and Popeye. I know Popeye, I think, delivered a lot of Simmons folks today in the limo bus. And a new sponsor from last year, Advantage Service Company, Kevin Brooks and Mike McClellan. We appreciate them. Let's give all of our sponsors a great round of applause, if you could. Just so you know, we've got to have the sponsors because we'll pay over $100,000 in speaker fees, $100,000, and I'm telling you, there's no other touchdown club that does that. We're the only touchdown club in America that does 16 meetings. 16, do 15 during the season, 15 Mondays. A couple of them are on Tuesdays, and then a banquet meeting in January. But so. Some of the speakers don't charge a lot. Some of them charge a lot. Some of them charge nothing. But we couldn't do it without all those sponsors together, led by Simmons, and, of course, everybody who buys memberships, our 50-yard line membership. We appreciate them. Do want to thank the DoubleTree. We're back at the DoubleTree Hotel again this year. Thanks to Brent Bailey. Dwayne Duncan still taking photos for us. Matt Johnson doing our production. RJ Hawk, Meredith Hell. Gary Underwood, Rex Nelson. Rex. It's funny. This is the 18th season of the Touchdown Club, 17th actual speaker lineup, right? That's right. So this is the 18th year. We missed the COVID year and couldn't do without our great volunteers. So many. I see Marilyn up there who was over there in the Hilton that first day with 45 people in attendance that first meeting. We couldn't do without our great check-in ladies and guys, and they do such a good job. Debbie Wyman, let's give it up for her. Our executive director does such a great job. We have 8 awards. 2 of them are national, the Cliff Harris Award and the Harlan Hill, and then we do so many others. And it takes money, it takes time, it takes volunteers, and we couldn't do it without you. We did have a little raise in prices this year. We're up to, $90 for a membership? So really $90 and then lunch, really for our lineup, really inexpensive, to be honest with you. If you go anywhere else. And I'll just tell you this. I'll give you an example. The Memphis Touchdown Club or Quarterback Club, they want to come over. They want to bring their board over and watch what we're doing. They've heard what we're doing. They want to come over and see. Their model is sort of outdated. And so they want to come over if they've heard the kind of crowds we're getting, the kind of lineup. So, again, that's a compliment. And it's one thing to get the speakers in, but then we got to show up and show the energy to those people. So when they leave, they go, we want them talking about us. See, part of this Touchdown Club to me is to promote football in Arkansas. High school, college, pro, whatever, even though we don't have pro, but we want to promote football. We also want to promote our great city. We want to be known as the best touchdown club in America, don't you? I mean, I want when people talk about us to say that Touchdown Club is like no other. So that's what we've done because of our memberships, and we need you to join up. LRTouchdown.com is the website address if you want to, if you do want to join up. All right. So as I mentioned, every year is a little different when I get these speakers. There are challenges. Some time-wise you just can't get here. This is not easy. You can't get a lot of direct flights. Timing-wise, it's tough to get here. And, and we, like, for example, the footprint of recruiting in the SEC. A lot of times you'll find current coaches that will go to Mobile and Birmingham and Atlanta because it's part of their recruiting stop. Well, we're out here in Arkansas, so we don't get a lot of that. We're not sort of in that flyover to the area where coaches will want to come and do that. That goes with other speakers, too. So sometimes we have to throw some money their direction to get them here. Sometimes we have a connection. And last year, you think of some of the names that we brought in. It's really mind-blowing. Terry Bradshaw, Mike Ditka, Archie and Eli Manning, Roger Staubach, Earl Campbell, Mean Joe Green, Larry Zonka, Cliff Harris, Drew Pearson, Willie Rowe, Steve Atwater, just to name a few. And that's not even the great coaches we brought in. And so this year I wanted to do something, once I started down a particular road, I decided to go with it. And this is a little bit different kind of year than we've had in the past. And I'll tell you one of the reasons I did it. First of all, the Razorbacks are back. The Razorbacks now have become, that's right, they have. When we were at the SEC Media Days last 2 weeks ago in Atlanta, the media they were talking about the Razorbacks with respect, and that's something that's not been around. When we for all the years doing this club, we haven't always had that. And so I sort of picked up on that, and so I wanted to maybe go a different direction than we have in the past and bring in people that could help us talk about some of the things like NIL and transfer portal and mega conferences. So that was part of my goal, and I think we've done it. Last year we brought in, Vern Lundquist and Terry Bradshaw that were broadcasters, but this year you're going to see maybe the best assemblage of broadcasters we've ever brought in. With an angle of two things. One, we want to promote, our club and show these guys we've got the best club in America. Also come in there, they're going to be talking about the Razorbacks. This could be, I'll be a little homer here, this could be a special year for the Razorbacks. And so if you bring in broadcasters who are covering the Razorbacks or talking about the national scene, it's going to be a great energy in that room. The other thing is personalities, is that I may mention the first 5 weeks of this year may be the best assembly of personalities we've ever had. It's all range. It's all over the map. But when you see, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So Matt, if you'll hit the music, we'll start off with our regular lineup. So first we're going to start with Sam Pittman. He's our first speaker, August 15th. Now we've moved Sam back 1 week earlier, and there's a reason for that, which I'll get to here in a minute. Also, Hunter YURACHEK. Of course, for Sam Pittman, this will be his second year speaking to the club. Hunter YURACHEK, this will be his fourth year speaking to the club. That's September 19th for Hunter YURACHEK. Next up, we always bring in the Arkansas State coach, Butch Jones. He'll be speaking October 31st. This is his second year coming to the Touchdown Club. Our other in-state coach, UCA's Nathan Brown. He'll be speaking on October 17th. This will be his fourth year coming to speak to the club. And for the first time, Ron, what do we say, 15 years? For the first time in 15 years, we are bringing back the head coach of UAPB and the athletic director at UAPB, Doc Gamble and Chris Robinson. So, we felt it was time. We tried, Ron, right? We tried now for probably 10 years to get them here, and they just haven't shown much interest. With Chris' leadership, they want to come back, so we're excited to have UAPB here, and we hope that can go on for many years. All right, our first of our non-annual guys. Arkansas takes a trip to Utah to play BYU, a very difficult trip, very challenging game for them. And so I thought, let's bring somebody in that might have a unique perspective on BYU. So on October 10th, we've got Robbie Bosco that's coming in. Robbie was the quarterback for the national championship team for BYU that beat Michigan and was undefeated back in 1984. So I think he actually still works for BYU. So he's coming in October 10th. Our next up, he's also a coach, he's also a broadcaster. It's been 3 years since we've had him. Houston Nutt is coming back to the Little Rock Touchdown Club. So excited about that. Houston will be speaking at our Ken Hatfield Sportsmanship Award. So I thought that was very fitting for him to do that, and he was excited about coming back. Our next, this begins sort of the lineup of our broadcaster, a guy who's had 40 years in the broadcast business. He's excellent at what he does. I'm glad we have him. Tim Brando coming with Fox Sports. Tim Brando, over 40 years, as I mentioned. That's October 24th. Then we've got two guys that basically lead the top college network in the South. Dari Noka from the SEC Network is coming back on November 21st. He's been here a couple times. He's the lead anchor for the SEC Network. Dari also has a national radio show on Saturday morning with Mel Kiper. So not only does he do the SEC Network, he does a national radio show on Saturday morning. So I'm glad to get him back for the Touchdown Club. Next up, a guy we've never had is Peter Burns from the SEC Network. He's the other co-host, and he also has a national radio show on ESPN Sunday morning. So we've got both the lead anchors from the SEC Network and who do national radio shows coming. Peter's on October 3rd. Now we start with some unique personalities. This guy works for ESPN. He is one of the craziest guys ever, but does a ton of work for ESPN, not only on the sidelines, the Masters, you name it, but Marty Smith from Marty and McGee is coming. Marty will be here on September 26th. He's going to be a mess. Great to have back. He is. He's going to be a mess. We're looking forward to having him. Also, for our banquet speaker, we were supposed to get him last year. We didn't. Super Bowl champion, quarterback, league MVP of the Redskins, All-American at Notre Dame, Joe Theismann will be coming back to speak at our banquet. So now we get to the top five. These are our top five speakers of the year in terms of personality. September 12th. This is the first time he's been here since 2012. Since that time, he's become probably the most prominent voice when it comes to topics in college football. He's been booed here before. He's taken shots at our sponsor. But when it comes down to being opinionated and one of the biggest guys in the business, Paul Feinbaum is coming back to Little Rock Touchdown Club. Now, I see the expression on his face up there. That's what we may get. But the personality of Paul is unparalleled, and he's excited. When I was at the SEC Media Days, he bragged on the Touchdown Club. He had a great experience, so I want to roll out the red carpet. And to get him during the season is almost impossible. He will miss his show to be here. So Paul Feinbaum is speaker number 5. Speaker number 4, you've seen him before. He's the national championship coach. Ed Orgeron is coming back to the Little Rock Touchdown Club. Now I'm going to tell you, Paul Feinbaum is hard to get. Ed Orgeron is hard to track down right now. I'm just being honest. Ed Orgeron, listen, he's got a lot of money in the bank and he can go wherever he wants to right now. We'll have a translator for Ed Orgeron. So Ed's coming back. He's excited about coming back to the Touchdown Club. That is September 9th. August 30th. This was a guy that I reached out to John Daly to see if we could get. And there has been some controversy about this fella. But I talked to him, and at the Touchdown Club, we try not to judge anybody. We say, come on in, let's meet you, let's hear from you. When I got on the phone with this guy, he was the nicest as he could be. And when I told him what we did as a club, he said, David, I'm there. And which I was, you know, this guy hasn't done hardly any national appearances at all. Hadn't done any. And so we may be the first. And he said, all I'm looking forward to is coming and supporting your club because what you're doing is supporting football. Can't wait to meet some new friends. On August 30th, John Gruden will be here. Former coach of the Raiders, Super Bowl champion, coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's almost about impossible to get, but that's a big one. And then the guy I'm really excited about, when it comes to college football coverage, nobody's done more than this guy in the last 25 years. He is the face of college football. You talk about impossible. One of the reasons we moved back season 1 week is because of this guy. It's impossible to get, but he's called probably more games as a play-by-play guy in the last 25 years than anybody. He's written a great book that I'm reading right now. It's outstanding. Kirk Herbstreit is coming to the Little Rock Touchdown Club. So if we'll look at the 6, Matt, if you'll punch up the 6. So that's the 5. Those are our first 5 that are coming in. Pittman, Herbstreit, Gruden, Orgeron, and Feinbaum. Great personalities, over-the-top guys. And then, Matt, if you'll show the broadcast one where it's got the nope, not that it. Okay, it's okay. So what you see here is a flavor of personalities and the top broadcasters in America. So all I got to say is when they come into town, let's show up big, let's show up proud. Let's let them know that the Little Rock Touchdown Club is the best, and hopefully Sam Pittman will deliver with maybe the best season we've had in a long time. Thank you for being here, everybody. We appreciate you. Thank you to Simmons Bank. Oh, yeah. All right, everybody, there's hot dogs and popcorn back in the back. It's free. How about that? Thank you again to Simmons Bank for doing that, and Dairy Queen for providing the sweets. All right, that's it.
Great job.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, thank you. This could be some good ones.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's going to be great.
Yeah.
Job well done.
Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it. A lot of broadcasters.
Yeah, they
You get another brand good. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Great line.